Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Hoyt in for Michaelin Johnson, getting this Friday off. Here's what we are working on for you this afternoon. What will the affidavit behind the federal search of former President Trump's Florida residence show? We're decoding the redactions of what the FBI wanted from Mar-a-Lago. Plus, don't miss out on cheaper internet service. We're verifying who qualifies for some major discounts. And as students return to college campuses, there are new concerns about monkeypox. We're looking at how one university is trying to help stop the spread and stop the stigma. We've also got Scott Covert in here to wrap up this Friday work week for him and look forward to a fun weekend and a fun afternoon. What do you got for us, Scott?
You know, it's actually really nice outside. You're seeing mostly sunny skies, a few puffy clouds passing through the area. Hard to complain about the weather today. Maybe a little bit on the warm side for some folks. Here's a look at the numbers here at the noon hour. Most of us you do find are in the 80s. In fact, in Little Rock, it's 88 degrees right now. You'll notice that in Clinton, also sitting at 88, it's 86. This afternoon here in Hot Springs, today's forecast takes us into the 90s. We'll see a warm but pleasant day overall, 92 degrees. You might see a stray shower in far north or far south Arkansas. Aside from that, no concern with rain today. That does change going into the weekend. In fact, we'll let you know when the best chances of rain are coming up in your extended forecast.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Well, the document used to convince a judge to allow an FBI search of former President Donald Trump's Florida home is out. Our friends at CBS have been spending the last half hour analyzing what that affidavit showed. In case you missed any of that, we've got an overview now from Skylar Henry.
Nearly 3 weeks after FBI agents searched former President Donald Trump's Florida residence for hundreds of documents, some marked classified, that were taken from the White House to his residence, the Justice Department has filed a redacted version of the affidavit used to obtain the search warrant. Parts of the document are blacked out. Justice Department officials had opposed releasing the full affidavit, saying earlier this week they're very concerned about the safety of the witnesses involved in their investigation into Trump's alleged mishandling of classified information, some of which went to the level of top secret. Affidavits usually remain sealed during an investigation, but media organizations, including CBS News, successfully argued for greater transparency about key records behind the search. According to legal documents already made public, federal agents are investigating potential violations of federal laws, including impeding an investigation, removal of classified national security records, and violating parts of the Espionage Act.
It seems unlikely that any judge would have issued a warrant for a former president's home if it hadn't been a very strong case.
On social media Friday, Trump insisted that the government had no right to search his residence. Skylar Henry, CBS News, the White House.
Meanwhile, another federal court judge has given the former president's legal team until the end of today to explain in further detail why the president is requesting a special master should be appointed to review those documents seized from Mar-a-Lago. Let's go to our continuing coverage now of the violent arrest in Crawford County from last weekend. Calls for action are expected to amplify this weekend as we're learning about a planned rally. It's organized by Derek Van Vost, a civil rights activist from Springdale. He's traveled the country, often guided and working alongside the folks like Reverend Jesse Jackson you see there. Van Vost says he's disturbed by the arrest video, like so many of us, and is now looking to keep the national spotlight on the state.
I'm calling national attention to this. I'm demanding national attention to this. I've made several calls this morning, and I am not leaving the state until we get some answers. I'm not coming after police officers. I'm not villainizing them. I'm not blaming you. I am telling you this is unacceptable behavior from human beings, period.
The rally is scheduled for tomorrow at noon outside the Crawford County Courthouse in Van Buren. Meanwhile, the Crawford County Sheriff is taking steps to defend his deputies and, in a Facebook post, focused attention on Randall Worcester, the man being arrested, his criminal history, and his alleged actions before the viral video started recording.
This man is a convicted felon who's been charged with or convicted of 6 assault-related incidents in the last 10 years. Including multiple assaults on police officers. None of the citizen video covers the previous violence by the criminal, but the dash cam video covers some of it. I ask everyone to consider the action I've already taken to ensure transparency and accountability, and withhold judgment until all facts are identified and verified.
That dash cam video referred to there in that statement is something that's on one of the responding patrol cars, and it's been requested by many, but the investigators have yet to release it. Little Rock police are looking into several shooting incidents today. One of them left 2 people hurt in a shooting that happened last night on Canis Road between 12th and John Barrow. Police say the victims are expected to be okay. The department sent out a notice of the shooting late last night, so we're working and waiting on their follow-up today with possible suspect information. Little Rock investigators also looking into 2 shootings in an area near Fushtan Pike and Heather Lane. Officers arrived to find 2 people shot there in College Station. Both are expected to be okay as well. Police say the shooting resulted from an argument between 3 people. A troubling trend has popped up in several cities across the country. There are fewer dispatchers working to take your emergency calls, and it is happening right here in central Arkansas. The city of North Little Rock said that everything has changed after the pandemic, and now they're trying to overcome a shortage by being more competitive. The city has 29 dispatcher positions, 13 of those vacant right now. Leaders are recruiting through different job sites with a broader reach, in addition to increasing the starting salary.
Right now we're at 16, so it ain't like a large amount of money. But when you're losing people over a couple of bucks, why don't we just go ahead and give them a couple of bucks and then know that they've got great benefits and things like that.
In Little Rock, the dispatch center is trying to make operations more efficient with less staff available to work. They've reduced the call channels to make answering emergencies more efficient, and they'll transition to a 12-hour workday. This is the first Friday night of the high school football season, but the spotlight of the weekend shines tomorrow night on the Saline County Showdown, the Salt Bowl. THV 11's Ian Russell lays out how both sides of that rivalry are keeping people safe at War Memorial.
We've worked really hard over the summer to develop that plan, and we're ready to roll it out Saturday night.
Few have the passion for high school football like Shane Broadway.
Everything that encompasses around the game and the experience itself that people are going to have, you can't help but be excited.
The Salt Bowl is a time of excitement for the Benton and Bryant communities. 4 years ago Thursday, though, and it was a different story. Panic broke out at the 2018 Salt Bowl after reports of gunfire. It turns out there was no gunfire, but Broadway says he'll never forget where he was when it happened. And neither will law enforcement that was there that day.
Oh, it was chaotic. It was very chaotic.
Lieutenant Quentin.
Sorry about that technical issue there. Colleges across the country are welcoming students back to campus this week, and they're keeping them safe as possible while doing so. We're going to take a closer look at the measure that they're taking to avoid monkeypox. And Scott?
Sure is a beautiful afternoon across the natural state. We've got lots of sunshine out there, a few puffy clouds. No rain on radar today. We do have some chances, though, that could impact some of your weekend plans. The timing coming right up.